most Christian-centered era. And I would like to introduce our next speaker, who is the director of our student ministries, Christian Ursula.
Hey, what's up, guys? How you doing? I gotta say that Kevin stole my outfit. He called before and said, "Hey, are you wearing the black shirt and the tan pants?" And so, thanks for doing that. Hey, I want to talk to you today about living the mission. And first off, I want to start off by just saying we're incredibly proud of you guys. We know that you're going to do incredible things, and the future is bright. So, living the mission, what does that mean? It's, living your day-to-day life with an intention and a purpose. For me, I've had the privilege of being a part of some epic missions. I grew up on the mission field in Haiti, and it's kind of in my DNA and in my blood to do that. I've had chances to travel around the world and to be able to see just horrific devastation, but to be able to bring hope and life. And when you're in those environments, driving down the road and literally you're seeing dead bodies on the side of the road, and you're able to come and bring the gospel, to be able to bring water, to be able to bring food, it's easy to be in the moment and be like, I'm on a mission. Like, I'm literally, doing something great. And I know many of you, I've heard stories about going on missions trips this summer. You've got incredible things you can be doing, but what about in the day-to-day life? What about just your regular, going to school, going to work, going to your community? Paul tells us this out of Romans 12. 12:1 says, so here's what I want you to do. God helping you. Take your everyday, ordinary life. You're sleeping, eating, going to work, walking around, and place it before God as an offering. Embracing what God does for you is the best thing you can do for Him. Don't become so well adjusted to your culture that you fit into it without even thinking. Instead, fix your attention on God, and you'll be changed from the inside out. Readily recognize what He wants from you and quickly respond to it. So, everywhere Jesus went, He was intentional. He didn't do anything without having an intention to be able to impact someone. We see His first miracle. He went to a wedding party. Anybody ever go to wedding parties? It's a fun opportunity. So picture this. They've already been partying all day long, and they run out of wine. He's like, I'll take care of this. First miracle, He's going to turn 150 gallons of water into wine. And you think, that's crazy. Why would He do that as His first miracle? But they said that's the opportunity when His disciples believed in Him and then went on to change the world. So He's just in life doing things, and He's making an impact. We see where He encounters this woman at the well in Samaria. The culture of their day is they wouldn't have even had contact with this woman. It was His thing. As you can think about the person in your life who will be considered the outcast, the person who no one would want to interact with and talk to. But He went out of His way to go and speak to this person, to share the gospel, to share life. And this woman was the first recorded evangelist. She got so fired up about what Jesus did that she's like, you guys all have to come and see this Jesus. He took the time to care for someone who was overlooked, someone who wasn't really the popular person, and she was the first evangelist to start sharing the word. So Jesus tells us we need to be the salt. We need to be the light to the world. It tells us in Matthew 5:13, says, let me tell you why you're here. You're here to be salt, seasoning that brings out God flavors on this earth. If you lose your saltiness, how will people taste godliness? Here's another way to put it. You're here to be light. Bring out the God colors in the world. God is not a secret to be kept. We're going public with this. It's public as a city on a hill. If I make you a light bearer, you don't think that I'm going to hide you under a bucket, do you? I'm putting you on a light stand. Now that I've put you there on a hilltop, on a light stand, shine. Keep open house. Be generous with your lives. Be open to others. You'll prompt people to open up to God. So Jesus is telling us that in everything you do, to just be that salt, be that person. Who in here has ever had popcorn without salt on it? It's just not right. If you've had it, you're like, this is wrong. I'm gonna spit it out. It's just not, you're like, that's not right. And so don't be that. We need to have that flavor. You don't gotta change who you are. You guys are gonna be going out into the culture. You're gonna be going to the schools, to the work, to your community. But just be real, but let Jesus shine through you. Be that person that's gonna be able to be, hey, I'll pray with you about that. Hey, I'm there for you. This is what Jesus did in my life. And just being able to, in that day-to-day, everyday life, you don't have to be that guy on the street corner holding the giant cross. You could be the person who's just real and the person who's going to share. And in the environment you're going into,
more and more in the colleges and in the work environment, students are under so much stress. They're walking away from church. They're feeling these pressures that you may be the only person that gets to share Jesus with them. We're not all going to get to be there in the dorms. We're not going to be able to be there to share the gospel, but you guys are. And so this is your chance to be able to be that light, to be able to shine. And so I want to close with this, is that Jesus tells us, John 20:22, that again I say to you, peace be with you. And as the Father has sent me, I'm sending you out. So I just want to bless you guys in all your future pursuits and to live that mission. Just constantly be mindful of living that mission for God. Thanks, guys. Have a blessed day.